Reality is a game on Roblox made by the user Ninja. It has been in progress since February 13th and it's gotten quite far since. There's many features in this game and that's why I've made this guide. There will be timestamps in the description for when I talk about a certain topic. If I missed anything, feel free to ask in the comment section. Lastly, if this video hits 10 likes, I'll make a guide on AFK auto leveling. My name is Mason and let's get started. After selecting New Game or Continue, you'll be greeted with two locations, Livonia City and Rose Lake Town. If you are new, please start in Rose Lake Town as it will be more easy to gain cash, which with you can buy weapons. Also, it is a smaller server with generally less random killers. Livonia City is much bigger and has no way of gathering cash. There will be more random killers and the quests are useless from an objective standpoint. To gain experience in this game, perform any attack. All attacks give an even amount of experience. Once your experience bar is full, you'll level up. Leveling grants you three things: stat points, which we'll talk about later, more health for more durability, and more energy for more attacks. Leveling will also determine your rank. Level 0 through 49 is D through B rank. Level 50 through 149 is A rank. Level 150 through 249 is S rank. Level 250 and above is S plus rank. Forgot to mention this max level is 500. Leveling up will grant you 2 stat points, and you can put your stat points into 2 stats, strength and defense. Strength will increase the damage of your attacks and will also increase the blast radius of any ranged attacks such as fireball. And defense will increase your durability. What I recommend is putting your stat points evenly into strength and defense. Let's say you already spent your stat points and you want to change it. Don't worry if you just reset. Once you respawn, in your stats you'll get a button called Restore Expected Stat Points. And that will essentially just let you retry and redo your stats as you want. With basic combat, you have 4 moves. Combat, which is just punches. Level 0 is when you unlock it, and it's binded to the F key. Kicks, which you unlock at level 8, binded to the D key. Secondary combat, which you unlock at level 15, binded to the R key. And then Crush, which is level 30, binded to the H key. Crush will do damage as you go up, and then once you slam the ground. So, once you're a higher level, punches, or normal combat, and kicks will be useless. Secondary combat does more damage than both of them and produces the same speed of attacks. And Crush does insane damage up and down, and it does more damage than secondary combat. And don't spam it unless you feel like being cheesy. Spamming Crush does a lot of damage. It's a very cheesy tactic, but it will make you win in most situations. Also, control is run if you didn't figure that out. The best way of getting cash in this game is unlocking Leona's missions through Rose Lake Town. How do you do that? You do it through the quests. And the quest is you talk to her, and then you learn everything about her. And then you talk to Leona and ask her both questions, and then after you do that, you go beat up a thug, and then come back, and then you'll fight her, and then once you beat her, you'll unlock her missions. Her missions are you beat a certain amount of thugs, and once you beat the certain amount of thugs, you'll be rewarded with a certain amount of cash. These thugs are scattered throughout the map. There's a low-level thug here, There's two, and then the rest of the thugs in the map are decently leveled. There's two in this forest, one on top of a building, this building right here, and then one next to these two barricades over there. With cash, all you can do currently is buy weapons. To gain weapons, you need to talk to two salesmen. The first salesman is Dexter, who is in Livonia City and Rose Lake Town. He has a blue torso and he always has this giant case with him. And in Livonia City, he's on this bench next to this big open field. In Rose Lake Town, Dexter is located between this bridgeway between two buildings. And here's a look at his inventory of items. All of them are priced around $2,000. And he has a sword, a dagger, some chest, and a mace. All do decent damage. There's no real big DPS difference, so if you're deciding between them, just pick the coolest one. The second salesman is on top of a building, and his name is Zelon. He has a yellow torso, unlike Dexter. So, to reach him, you need to jump on this railing, and then jump on these lights, and then jump on this fan thing. Excuse me. And then jump up here, and then jump on this building. And he sells two weapons. Both are big swords, and they have long range. They're very expensive, and if you're stuck deciding between them, they both do equal damage and they both have equal range. So just pick which one has the better color in your preference and which has the better design. Also, they also slow your movement speed. Once you have purchased a weapon, you go to your weapons tab and you can equip and unequip a weapon. You can only own one weapon at a time. Once you purchase a new weapon, it'll replace your current weapon. With a weapon, all you have is a click combo. It's a 3-string combo, and it'll reset each time you do your third hit. You can still do melee while you have a weapon equipped, and you can still do your powers while you have a weapon equipped. So it's just an extra add-on. So, there's 6 powers as of now. There's Ice, Fire, Light, Darkness, Ray, and Phantom Curse. Phantom Curse and Ray are actually both very rare. Light is uncommon, while Darkness, Ice, Fire are very common and spawn frequently. So you may be wondering, how do I get these powers? Well, in Rose Lake Town, you can get 2 powers, Ice and Darkness. Once you are level 20 and have completed all of Charlotte's quests, you can talk to her, and she'll say this, and then you say, oh, I guess, and then you'll fight her. And then once you defeat her, you'll get Ice. All you want to do is generally dodge all of her moves. And how you get Darkness from Rose Lake Town is talking to this person behind a building in a corner. His name is Rancio. He's nowhere else but here, just in this corner. Once you defeat him, you'll get Darkness. It'll be an arena type also. And there's this glitch where he says, sorry, I'm fighting someone else. He can legit be fighting someone, and you'll just have to wait till it's done. But sometimes it's glitched, like maybe someone left while fighting, and then they're stuck there for eternity, and you'll just have to fish out another server and try and hope it works. In Livonia City, powers can spawn throughout the map, and there'll be little floating things with spikes coming out of it. It's like a little ball. Anyway, to detect which one it is, Ice is blue, a very dark blue. Fire is red. Darkness is black. Light is yellow. Ray is a very light blue, and then Phantom is purple, I believe. I haven't seen it myself. So, the first spawn location is right here, in this little part, right here, in this corner between the yellow and green building. The second spawn location is over there, where you see that big dark pillar. That's just a glitch, graphical glitch, if you ever see those. between that yellow and blue building in that little alleyway, a power will spawn there. And the other spawn area is this alleyway near Charlotte. Right in this alleyway, right here, a power will spawn there. And then lastly, the last spawn point is this area that's right next to a sign that can be very helpful if you're trying to find a certain power throughout the city. There's a sign that'll tell you what power is currently out and how long the next power will come out. It is located over here in the corner between these two buildings. A lot of people will usually hang out here. Right here, you can check what power out, so darkness is currently out, and then the spawn will say how long until the next thing comes out. And then the fourth spawn place is right here. Right here in this corner. Once you have gained a power, your power button will now be colored with whatever power you have, and you have 3 moves which will be located on the Z, X, and C key. All powers will have different skills. All their skills will be different. Some may look a little similar, such as Fire Punch and Ice Punch. Combat is very simple, and you can use them whenever. I almost forgot to mention, Ray and Phantom Curse are both very rare because their spawn chance is very low. Light and Darkness have an uncommon spawn chance, but I said Darkness was common as before because you can still fight Rancio for it, and Fire and Ice will spawn very, very frequently. Also, you can be Powerborn, which is every time you create a new game and spawn in, you have a 1 out of 20 chance to spawn with the power already. And there is a game pass for this. I'll change your chances from 1 out of 20 to 10 out of 10. You cannot be Powerborn with Ray, and he has not said if you cannot be Powerborn with Phantom Curse yet, but don't count. Livonia City and Rose Lake Town both have a separate quest line, and I'll be starting with Livonia City, just a basic breakdown. So in Livonia City, you start out with Charlotte. There will be an X over each person's head whenever you need to go to that certain person for your quest. So you start out with Charlotte, you talk to her, and then she'll tell you to beat up thugs, blah blah blah. And then after that, you go to Leona, who is down this street, sitting on a bench, and then she'll tell you to go talk to Dexter and buy a weapon, but you don't actually need to buy a weapon, you just need to browse the shop. And then you go back to Leona, you talk to her, and then she'll tell you to fight an ice bot. And this is where all this stuff is from. After you fight that ice bot, you will then be able to talk to Reiner, who is over on top of a building with a ladder behind it. Reiner will then tell you to fight some thugs and tell you about curses, which is basically just like a power, but will actually take your HP when you use the moves. As you can see, he's up there with a ladder behind on that building. And after that, you can just do infinite EXP quests where you beat up thugs, and you'll get EXP, kind of like Leona, but it's more linear. And it's actually kind of useless. The XP he gives is very small, so I don't recommend that. The quests actually reward you nothing except for that small amount of EXP at the end. For the second part of the quest in Rose Lake Town, I already discussed it in another section, but basically you talk to Charlotte, learn about her, then talk to Leona, then you beat up a thug, and then you go back to Leona, beat up Leona, and then she'll give you the missions, and then you're done. Alright, this is just miscellaneous notes. First off, if you see someone with a big sword not sold by Zelen, it's the pre-alpha sword, definitely. And if you see someone with dual katanas, they're either a hacker or a mod of some sort. No one's supposed to have them except for mods and people above. And also, if you're trying to get EXP faster, you can join the group, which is in the description right here. Joining it will grant you 2 times EXP. And also, there is a 2 times EXP game pass. Thanks. thanks for watching my video, guys. I did a lot for this. I hope this helps you guys learn about the game. And don't forget, if you have any questions left, ask in the comment section below. Please leave a like, it'll help a lot. Later.